Hi everybody, welcome to our Wednesday update at Fishy Business. I'm Richard, standing in for Chuck. He's got his hands full right now. He'll be back with you next week most likely. Today we got in a bunch of new freshwater fish and saltwater fish, and Connor and I will take you through and show you some highlights. These guys are peacocks from Lake Malawi in Africa, a Lunacara genus. Full grown is about 6 inches to base of tail. We normally don't measure tails because you don't eat tails. You don't get the name peacock for being ugly. The color on these guys is going to become amazing. There's some other new arrivals as well, many of them worth coming in to check out. These are our female babies. They come from Southeast Asia, and they have a weird way of getting oxygen. They take a gulp of air off the surface. Now, your completely useless piece of information for the day, the radiator in your automobile was designed after the labyrinth breathing mechanism of the betas. Gonna find a hard time using that one. These are our green spotted puffers. These guys are brackish water. That means they come from the estuaries where the shrimp boats go in and out. It's not quite saltwater, it's not quite freshwater. They have a tendency to like to nip slow-moving fish, so finding roommates for them can be very difficult. These are our African dwarf frogs. They stay very small, so they're typically best in a community setting with smaller fish. They love to eat bloodworms and sinking pelleted food, and it's funny to watch them eat it because they'll stuff it in the mouth with their hands. We have been waiting weeks for these electric blue jack dempseys, and they came in beautiful. These are larger than normal, and the price is still wonderful. Great fish, nowhere near as aggressive as the large jack dempsey. And here we've got some crabensis. These are dwarf African cichlids from the river, and we've had a hard time finding them lately also. They came in a little bit small, but they're already starting to show some good color. Here's a new batch of fancy guppies, and they all appear to be very happy. Beautiful colors, long fins. It's a good looking batch. Here's our clown plecos from South America. They're wonderful little algae eaters. Full grown for them is only about 3.5 inches, so if you have a smaller tank, it's a good choice. These are our Melanistus corycats, and this is probably one of the largest shipments of them I have ever seen. They all came in looking very nice, very active, good looking cleanup crew. They've got a downturned mouth, so they're not the type of catfish that will eat smaller fish like the Pictus cats with the long whiskers. These are the Bolivian rams. They color up beautifully, getting metallic baby blue with bright red fins and a cute little orange cherub face. They're also known as the Cupid cichlid. That wasn't all of our new freshwater fish, but that's all we're going to touch on for today. You're just going to have to come in and see the rest. And now it's time for us to begin our saltwater update for Wednesday. Come on with me, let's do it. Our first saltwater arrival today is a striped pufferfish. Full grown for him is about 12 to 14 inches long. He'll need plenty of elbow room and space. And the dog-faced puffer types have been known to eat soft corals, so I would not put them in a reef tank. We got in a nice little group of Clarkie Clownfish today as well. Came in looking very good. We've had a hard time getting in a steady supply of cleaner shrimp lately, and we're very fortunate to have gotten in that pile today. They might last till Saturday if we're lucky. They came in looking good, very good size, not teeny tiny, not bite size. Here we've got a beautiful Sailfin Tang. This is the voliferum variety. You can tell that by his yellow tail. Full grown will be larger than a dinner plate, and it too might take him about 15 years to get there. Great algae eater. And here we've got the Entosis filefish. He is an excellent Aiptasia eater, but unfortunately when the Aiptasia's all gone, he'll look at your Palithoa, your zoanthids, and other soft corals like that. Typically he's very well behaved and is a perfect roommate for almost anybody that cannot fit in his mouth. Here's our rock beauty angelfish. He is a sponge eating machine from the Caribbean area. Full grown is about 14 inches or so he's going to need a lot of room to swim around. Typically he is a very well managed angel and won't fight with many others. Here we have a group of blue tangs. These guys are a wonderful community fish. full grown for them will be around 21 inches or so, but it may take almost 20 years to get to that. All right, we have a few black clown gobies left. They're hanging out here with the yellow clown gobies. They're very funny fish to watch. They don't have a swim bladder, so they don't have to keep continuously moving, so they can park out and perch on the strangest things and areas. Algae magnets on the side of a snail, on a coral. Very cool little fish. We have a nice group of Banggai cardinals in, and Gracie brought in some diadema urchins to house with them. Beautiful little fish. Interestingly enough, the males will hold the fertilized eggs in their mouth until they hatch out, so the men raise the family. It's Mr. Mom. And here we have a very funky decorator crab. He's got himself covered with sponges right now, but if allowed to get into your reef tank, he'll be scooping up zoanthids, green star pollock, xenia, even the slow-moving hermit crab and snail, and applying them to his back for camouflage. Well, that's about it for this Wednesday's update. Thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to check us out on Instagram and Facebook, and if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. And Chuck will see you next week. Thank you.